Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Ben's Sports Talk. Today we'll be talking about the NFL playoffs and the wildcard round that happened this weekend. Right now I'm filming this on Monday afternoon, so the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Cowboys game has not happened yet, but I'm gonna start with the games that we can talk about. With my first game of the weekend that was on Saturday was the 49ers and Seattle Seahawks. That game, the 49ers won 41 to 23 with a big second half by the 49ers. Right before halftime, the Seahawks seemed to keep it a bit close with it being 16-14 49ers. And the Seahawks actually having a lead for a little bit. But the 49ers, who are my pick to be the Super Bowl, not the Super Bowl champs, but NFC champs, they just ended up being too much for the Seahawks, and they ended up pulling away. Big day from Brock Purdy. 330, 2 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Christian McCaffrey had a big day. 15 rushes for 119 yards, no touchdowns. He had 2 catches for 17 yards and a touchdown. Deebo Samuel was back from injury. He missed a couple games at the end of the year. He had 6 catches for 133 yards and a touchdown. He had a big, I think it was a 74-yard touchdown catch. I forget when that was. Let me check. That was in the fourth quarter, so that was probably the dagger right there, because it was going from 31-17. My 49ers, where the Seahawks could still probably keep up, but 30-17 was the dagger right there. Also, let's see. George Kittle did not have a big day. He wasn't used a lot, but if you look at the running plays, he opened up a lot of gaps for Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel in a couple of those runs. So it's like usual, he doesn't get a lot of catches, but very good in the run game, which sucks because that's sucked at running. Run blocking. He probably get more catches, but it's a team player, which is good. Geno Smith, a Cinderella story, probably wins comeback player of the year. He threw for 253 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. On the ground, Kenneth Walker, 15 rushes for 63 yards and a touchdown. Solid day. Pretty good. I'm a rookie. I'm a year. It's for me. He's probably. He might finish. He might win the rookie of the year. My vote is probably would go to Garrett Wilson, 1,000-yard receiver. I'm sorry. And I'm a big. I'm a contributor to the Jets, but Kenneth Walker still good. I'm a season for him. He's gonna be a good running back in the future. DK Metcalf, probably, I would say one of his best games of his career. 10 catches, 136 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He was basically the entire offense for the Seahawks, but just ended up too much for the Seahawks trying to handle the 49ers, who are probably the most complete team in the NFC. Maybe if the Eagles are, if they play together, they can probably beat the 49ers, but the 49ers right now are the most complete team and probably will win the NFC. All right, so going to the second game of Saturday's slate, my favorite team, the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers, was started a very, very bad for the Jaguars. For second play of the game, Trevor Lawrence throws a pick. Then second drive, he throws another one. Third, he throws, I think, four 3 picks in the first half. And the Jaguars were down 27-0 not at halftime, but with 4 minutes left in this second quarter. And then the Jaguars drive down to the last drive of the game, and Lawrence throws a touchdown to Evan Ingram to make it 27-7. Then the comeback starts. Jaguars get the ball. Ball back in the third quarter. They drive down. Marvin Jones touchdown. Then Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the Chargers, hits a 50-yard field goal. Then Trevor Lawrence on a play action pass and throws a deep ball to Zay Jones to make it 30-20. Don't get the 2-point conversion. I'm going to make it 22, but it's all right. Then they punt again. Christian Kirk gets open for a touchdown, and Trevor Lawrence gets a 2-point. And then Riley Patterson wins it with the field goal, which me watching it live, I thought he had missed it wide right. But luckily, snuck it in there, and this was a great game to watch. I don't know how I did, but I watched the whole game. It was really hurting for a good bit of it, but I mean, Trevor Lawrence came up clutch when he needed to, and the 4th-and-1 call that Doug Peterson had, where it was the 3 backs in the backfield and handed it to Travis Etienne for the first down and ultimately game-sealing run, was very smart and a very good play call. The Chargers, though, that was a horrible showing in the second half. For me, I think Brandon Staley should get fired. Will he? Probably not, because he's brought the Chargers to the playoffs, but he probably should be. Trevor Lawrence, or not talking about the Chargers yet. The Chargers, Justin Herbert, it was a solid day. Nothing too special. 273 yards passing and a touchdown, no picks. Rushing, no one really went crazy. Eckler had 35 yards for 2 touchdowns, though. Gerald Everett had a big day, though. It felt like every big play the Chargers had was going to Gerald Everett. He had 6 catches for 109 yards and a touchdown. Keenan Allen, 6 catches, 61 yards. It was an all right day for him. Defensively for the Chargers, Asante Samuel was probably Trevor Lawrence's second favorite receiver. Coming into this game next to Christian Kirk, but I mean, doesn't matter how it looks as long as there's a win to call him in the playoffs. That you move on to the second round, so there's that. But yeah, Joey Bosa was not really that big of a. The only show that he had put on was getting those. I don't think he got the second personal foul, but he got was a lot of big distraction on the sideline. Looked like him getting very mad, which I get the frustrations. Probably in the Christian Kirk, a touchdown. Juwan Taylor, the right tackle, probably left early, but the Chargers were getting away with a lot of pass interference penalties, especially that field 2-point conversion where Asante Samuel was not playing defense at all. He was just holding. I think it might have been Zay Jones was the receiver getting thrown to. So it was a bad officiating game all around. Both teams were affected, but yeah, you can't let your emotions get the best of you in that situation, because that ended up making the 2-point conversion easier for the Jaguars to get, with Trevor Lawrence just having to reach over the pile to get the 2-point. But yeah, back to the Jaguars now. Trevor Lawrence, horrendous first half of football. I think it was 4 picks and a touchdown. I'm pretty sure I'm reading that right. Yeah, 4 picks and 1 touchdown in the first half, but then he comes out of the gates firing. With 3 straight touchdown drives. 3 straight. Hopefully, I'm getting that right. So we finished with 288 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 picks. Travis Etienne has a big day, 20 attempts, 409 yards. Doug Peterson in the post game said that he didn't want to abandon the run game, even though and during points it was not working really well for Jaguars. But came up clutch in that last run for 25 yards to get the first down and 4th down. So that ultimately won us the game. Receivers came up big. All of them new players or signees this season came up big. Evan Ingram, 7 catches, 93 yards, a touchdown. Christian Kirk, 8 catches, 78 yards, a touchdown. Zay Jones, 8 catches, 74 yards, a touchdown. Marvin Jones, who was signed last year, 3 catches, 29 yards, and a touchdown. It's not a big day for him, but he did get the touchdown to start off the comeback in the 3rd quarter. So that was a big game for the Jaguars. Very disappointing, and that is a very big gut punch for the Chargers, who probably weren't expecting that. I was pretty confident Jaguars were going to win this, but not like this. But that is it. The Jaguars are on to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. Okay. Now the first game of Sunday's slate, the 1 o'clock game, was the Bills and Dolphins, and this game was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. The Bills won 34-31, and there were some points in the game where the Dolphins had chances of winning this game. I thought early in the game when it was 17-0, the Bills were just going to run away with this. I was assuming they were, because Skylar Thompson was very unproven. My backup, who was making his first career start or second career start, with Teddy Bridgewater being out and Tua also being out. but no, they battled it back. Jason Sanders had a pretty big day. The kicker for the Dolphins had 3 straight field goals to keep it in reach in the second half, or the second quarter, with making it not 17-9, sorry, and then with like a minute left, Skylar Thompson leads them Dolphins down the field, and gets a touchdown to Mike Gesicki and a 2-point conversion to tie it up 17-17. Then Tyler Bass ends the half with a field goal to make it 20-17. But then the Dolphins get a touchdown for fumble recovery touchdown, and that they take the lead then. But then Josh Allen throws a touchdown to Cole Beasley, Gabe Davis, and Jeff Wilson, the running back for the Dolphins, gets a late touchdown. But there were no big plays after that. The fourth down, I think, or it was 3rd and something, where Nyheim Hines was stopped short. That was a big turning point where they called it a first down. To me, it was close. I do think he might have gotten the first down there. A lot of Dolphins fans are pretty upset about that. I will say that's the reason they lost, but yeah, that game was really not. It was a solid game. A lot closer than I thought. The Bills almost slipped up in the first round, but Josh Allen had a solid enough day to keep the Bills alive. He threw for 352 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Pretty sloppy-ish day for him, but he came up when he needed to. Not a lot running the ball, though. James Cook had a touchdown in I think it was the second quarter. In the first quarter, yeah. But besides that, not a lot of rushing yards for the Bills. Nothing really unusual there. Stephon Diggs had 7 catches, 114 yards. Big day for him. Gabe Davis, 6 catches, 113 yards and touchdown. What is his name? Kylie. This dude number 10 or is number 11? Number 10 for the Bills. I can't pronounce his name, sorry, but we're not gonna try to either way. But he had some huge catches. I think it was it might have been when they're driving down the field. That last that last drive to milk the clock. It was like 3rd and 15 or 3rd and long, and Josh Allen rolled out and threw to number 10, who had a crazy catch. It was 31 yards, and if the ball was just a little bit higher, probably would have been picked. But this dude made an amazing catch. I'm gonna bring him to the midfield and automatically seal them the game. So that was big for them. Dawson Knox had not a huge day, but catches a touchdown like he usually does. Cole Beasley, not a huge day either, but got a touchdown. So yeah, let me go to the Dolphins. Skylar Thompson had not a big day, but he kept them in it's a good team. 220 yards, touchdown, a pick. Nothing really too special on the ground. But yeah, nothing too special on the offense side for the Dolphins. They were just keeping it in. So yeah, the afternoon game of Sunday was the Giants and Vikings. The Giants won 31-24. I thought it was possible that the Vikings could go one and done, but at home I wasn't really expecting it to happen. But this was a good game. Both teams really. The Giants. Really proved everybody wrong. All right, so the Vikings-Giants game. It was Daniel Jones probably made a lot of money with this game. He had probably his best game of his career. He he threw for 301 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, 78 rushing yards. Saquon Barkley had 53 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 56 receiving yards. Isaiah Hodgins had a big day out of nowhere. 8 catches, 105 yards and a touchdown. Darius Slayton had 4 catches for 88 yards. That was a big day for him. Kirk Cousins didn't have that bad of a day. 273 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Nothing really on the ground though. Dalvin Cook had 60 yards. It was all right. T.J. Hawkins had a big day though. 10 catches, 129 yards. Where's Justin Jefferson at? 7 catches, 47 yards. So it's kind of bad for him, but it is that. But what really killed, what I don't understand about the Vikings game plan was on 4th and 10 or whatever, like I'm gonna end the game. They needed a first down, and Kirk Cousins decides to throw a check down to T.J. Hawkinson. So I don't really understand that game decision making and that play call where they even have like a check down. They're in that play where they need a first down to keep them in the game. But it is what it is. The Vikings are going home. They didn't really deserve to be them a second seed, or no, it's a 3rd seed. But they are going home. The Giants were the surprise of the year, and Brian Dable might win Coach of the Year with it if with this performance. But the Giants are going to the 2nd round. Okay. Finally, the last game of Wildcard weekend until tonight is the Bengals and Ravens. Bengals won 24-17 off a pretty sloppy game, I would say. I mean, let's see. Tyler Huntley, he played pretty solid for the Ravens. 226 yards throwing, 2 touchdowns and a pick. He had that big fumble at the goal line, which automatically won the game, or sealed the game for them Bengals. Running the ball, J.K. Dobbins, 62 yards rushing. Gus Edwards, 39 yards rushing, and Tyler Huntley, 54 yards rushing. So solid there. Receiving, it was all right. Mark Andrews, 5 catches for 73 yards. Demarcus Robinson, 2 catches, 49 yards, and a touchdown. But that's really what the Ravens have been struggling with the last couple years. They don't have enough receivers to win ball games. Because, like, I don't know, even like with Lamar Jackson, he doesn't have enough weapons. He has Mark Andrews, who's a solid tight end, but he's not really shouldn't really be the focal point of an offense. He's a nice, complementary receiver, but they need like a superstar. Marquise Brown wasn't not a superstar, but he was a solid wide receiver. He wasn't really going to win you games, but they need someone in the offseason this year. If they want to keep Lamar Jackson, they need to get somebody that you can, that you have on that field that you can win a game with. Like, I don't really know who they could really draft in that situation, because the best wide receiver in college, Marvin Harrison Jr., can't come out this year, so you have to find somebody in free agency. But I don't really know who's really going to be available for that. But yeah, the Ravens do need to find some more weapons on this offense to help Lamar Jackson out, if they even keep him, which I don't even know if that's going to happen, because he's probably going to sign somewhere else. But yeah, moving on to the Bengals. Joe Burrow, it was a solid enough day. I mean, he got the job done. 209 yards throwing, a touchdown, no picks. Nothing really crazy. He had a rushing touchdown. Also, Joe Mixon, it was a solid enough day, I guess. 39 yards rushing. Jamar Chase had 9 catches for 84 yards and a touchdown. Hayden Hurst almost had a touchdown. He had 4 catches, 45 yards. Should have had a touchdown, but got overturned. But Burrow rushed, got QB sneak, I'm pretty sure. T. Higgins, 4 catches, 37 yards, and Tyler Boyd, 3 catches for 26 yards. And what won the game for the Bengals was Sam Hubbard's 98-yard fumble 6. That was really big for the Bengals. I think it was Logan Wilson. Stopped Tyler Huntley by deflecting the ball off Huntley's helmet and ended up in Sam Hubbard's hand, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown to really close the game off. So that was a big game, big play there. The Bengals will be playing the Bengals, I believe. Yeah, so that will be a rematch. Or not a rematch, but you know what I mean. With tomorrow, we'll finally get to see what the game will look like, and hopefully nothing bad happens to any players, and this game will be played fully. So now to preview the Dallas Cowboys and Tampa Bay Buccaneers game. This game is going to be played tonight at 8:15. The Bucs are hosting in Raymond James Stadium against the Cowboys. For this one, I don't really... Vegas has Cowboys 2.5-point favorites, but I can see a world where the Bucs do win this game because Tom Brady is Tom Brady. But also, there's a world where the Cowboys just demolish the Cowboys, or the Cowboys demolish the Buccaneers. They did play in the regular season. When was it? Yeah, well, I think it was week 1. The Bucks beat the Cowboys 19-3 when I think it was Dak got hurt sometime in that game. It was an ugly game, but we'll see what happens here. I don't know. Maybe either way, I don't really see both these teams going far in the playoffs because whoever they're gonna have to play, I'm pretty sure it's either way you have to play the 49ers if they win, and I don't see anyone beating the 49ers except for the Eagles. But this game will be, hopefully it's gonna be an entertaining game. It might be Brady's last game as a Buck, but we'll see about that. So yeah, that is we're gonna call it there. Because those are all the wildcard games that have happened, and we just previewed the Bucks and Cowboys game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hope you smash the like button and hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you next week for the divisional round of the playoffs. See you then. Bye bye.